Today,
Oh no, it's too early.
on Make Shape Create,
We're gonna take these supplies.
to make this dream catcher wreath.
Hi everybody, it's Jessica again, back for another week of Make Shape Create. Corey's behind the camera. He's filming today, but I'm going to be showing you how to make dream catcher wreaths. So this is a lot of fun. It's something, honestly, it doesn't take too long. The weaving is the hardest part. But we're going to show you how to do that, okay? I'm going to show you an easy way to do it. So let's get started. We're going to take these flowers and stuff that I actually bought at the dollar store. So like they're $1 a piece. And I think I got like maybe one set at Walmart for 97 cents. So believe me, that's reasonable. The feathers, I actually got a whole bunch. It was like 240 different colors, everything, for like $9.99 on Amazon. So, and then I got the hemp cord, the grapevine wreaths, which you can see I have two different sizes. I have a small 6-inch wreath, and then I have a larger 18-inch wreath. I got these and the beads and the twine all at Michael's. I think this all cost me with coupons. It cost me about maybe 15 bucks, not even that really. So let's get started on doing this. I'm actually going to start first with getting this grapevine wreath attached to this grapevine wreath. So now we're going to take this 6-inch small wreath and we're going to get it hooked onto the 18-inch wreath. So I actually am trying to do this where it's going to be like a sun and a moon. So what we're going to do is we're going to just hook this right on the edge here using the twine. I say I have twine. So I'm going to unwrap this and I'm going to cut off just enough for me to be able to wrap that in so it's tied securely to the other wreath. All right, so we're going to take our twine and we're going to go ahead and secure the small 6-inch wreath to this, just like I said. So this is really easy. I'm just going to cut off enough to get it secure. So I'll probably maybe like a little over a foot. We'll probably do it because you don't need a whole lot. You just need to get it in there so it's not going to wiggle around while you're wrapping. So like I said, we're going to make this like kind of look like a sun and moon together. So all you're going to do is you're just going to put your hands and hold it, because you're going to have to hold it secure. That's the only problem. This whole thing, you're going to have to keep everything tight and secure until you get it in place. Now that I have the knot tied, the first knot, you're just going to wrap this around and kind of just make it more secure. Going through. It's a little difficult because you got to kind of like get your fingers in there. So I'm just going to wrap it around a couple times. Ooh, fingers don't want to get in there though. It's really hard. Let me turn it this way. Maybe that'll be easier. Yeah, that'll work. Just keep going until you're just about out of cord. Getting your fingers in there's the difficult part. So now that we got it with just enough that we can make another knot. So what you're going to do is just grab, I just wrapped it in there. I didn't mean to do that. The first original knot, you should have a little bit left for making that first knot. So what you're going to do is just kind of tie these together and make another knot because you want to keep it in place. Now that, just so you know, this is the back of the wreath. I'm going to make it the back of the wreath so that way they don't see the knots. All right. So there we go. Now it's secure. And you can kind of, if you need to, you can adjust it. But this way, it's kind of like in the center of the wreath. So like you can see, you got like the sun and then the moon. Kind of neat, huh? So there you go. And it's tight. Like I said, this is the back, so we're going to cut this off because we don't need the extra string. Just cut it down. There we go. All right, guys. So now the next part I'm going to show you is we're going to have to start weaving around this to kind of make the dream catcher part. So that's the next step. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I know it's like getting tangled up because you're pulling it. So the last time I did this, I actually went ahead and just cut it so that way I can get it through. Because it's really long. If you see, it's a lot of twine. So, and it gets stuck on everything. So you just want to set that off to the side and you have that smaller piece, okay? So now what you're going to do is I just find like a nice little size gap. So like something like this right here. And you're just going to thread it through You're going to do it just like you did when you were securing it. So, like, again, you're going to have that little piece at the end. We're just going to cut that off later. So you're just going to go ahead and go over the small one. Wrap it around. You're going to want to do like a back over just so it stays in place. Because like I said, you got to keep this tight. Because if you loosen it, it's not going to be taut. All right, so now that you got it wrapped around, and this first one is, you can see it's taut. You're going to go ahead and take it and bring it back over. And just like maybe not even a ½ inch maybe. You're going to go over and you're going to do the same thing you just did on the small one. Wrap it around twice to keep it taut. That's the first. And you're going to keep repeating this all the way around, and you're going to keep going into the small. And as you're going, you're just going to turn it. So let's do that. Let's get started. All right, so now that we're got a little bit of string left, but not a lot, so we want to tie it off, keeping it tight again. You're just going to tie it off in a knot, and then you're going to do another piece, and you're just going to keep repeating this as you run out of string until you're all the way around. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we flipped the wreath. We have it wrapped. Now let's take these beads. I actually got these gold beads. They came in a pack just like these silver beads. So I already cut the string out. They're already separated. I kept 5 off to the side. I used the biggest ones I had and put them to the side because you're going to use them at the bottom. I'm going to take these beads and I'm going to glue them around the wreath, the smaller 6-inch wreath, and you're just going to use it to kind of cover up the wrapping that you did around the 6-inch wreath. All right, so let's get started. So now I've got the crystals, well, I guess you could say beads, glued down. The crystals actually look really nice on these, by the way. So what you're going to do is now you're going to take your flowers. You've already went ahead and taken them off just by pulling them off the stems. So you're going to go ahead and hot glue them around. I usually do from about this part here on the wreath over by the 6-inch all the way around. And so you're just going to leave this little gap right here so it kind of looks like a moon. All right, so let's get started. So now that we got the flowers hot glued down, we're going to go ahead and put the embellishments on the bottom. You can do this in as many as you'd like. You can do 5, you can do 3, you can do 2, you can do 1. But you're going to use your beads and your feathers. You're going to take your cord and cut it at different lengths. You're going to hot glue the cord and 2 of the feathers together. So you're going to put the cord between the 2 feathers and hot glue it. Then you're going to add your beads in whatever order you'd like, and then you're just going to tie it to the wreath, and you're going to repeat that until you're done. So that's all we're going to do. Let's get started. way, that's how you make your dream catcher wreath. This only took me about 3-4 hours tops. And that's everything. So want him to say something.
If you like this video, subscribe, thumbs up, comment down below. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, at Make Shape Create, patreon.com to support us, / at Make Shape Create. We're also on Instagram and on Reddit. Thank you guys. Have a good week. See you next week.
See ya.